Hello, everyone. Welcome to Change the Way You Think podcast. What is one thing you can do today to improve today and improve tomorrow? Just one thing. What do you want to do? If you want to work out, can you do a push up? If you want to start a job or start a business, can you quit drinking Starbucks every day to save enough money to get your LLC? Can you reach out to somebody you haven't talked to in a long time that you want to talk to? A good friend, a family member? What is the one thing you can do to improve your relationship with your kid? It's something I just really wonder if anybody ever thinks about. I think a lot of people in life get overwhelmed about there's so many things to do in life. There's so many things I want to do, but it takes so many actions to do it. When all reality, it takes one thing. One thing builds on another. You take one step at a time. You walk a mile one step at a time. You climb a ladder one step at a time. One thing at a time. Write it down. Figure out what you want to do in life. Look at all the steps. See what one step it is that you can take. One step you can take today to improve today. And if you get to tomorrow, to improve tomorrow. And if you build on it and you build on it and you keep taking steps one step at a time, guess what? You've walked a mile and you look back, you're not in the same place you were. And a lot of people get overwhelmed and they worry about perfection. They worry about doing things the exact right way or correct way or whatever it is. And I promise you that time there's never a perfect time. There's always time to improve, always time to improvement, but not perfection. There's no such thing as perfection. One human on this earth ever was perfect, and that was Jesus. And I believe if you're waiting on perfection, you're going to keep waiting, and you're going to have regret on your deathbed. So get out there and figure out the one thing you can do to improve today. One thing you can do to make your dreams come true. One thing you can do today to lose the weight you want to lose, and quit procrastinating, because procrastination is a killer. It is a killer, and it will give you lots and lots of regret. And I promise you, I'm not perfect at this, but I do take action every day to do something. Even the days that I don't want to do something and I want to sleep, I get out and I do something. I do one thing that I need to do around the house, for the company, or whatever it is, to make that moment, to keep that momentum, and not let that momentum of overwhelming momentum slow me down or take me out of the picture. And if you can just sit down and figure it out and write it down, write everything down that you need to do, whatever that is you want to do. If it's your mental peace, if it's your, I don't know, there's so many things that people want to do in life. And I believe they just get overwhelmed and they don't want to take action. But I also believe they don't write down the action. They don't write down their goals and write down in detail their goals, not just I want to lose weight. I want to lose 30 pounds in 6 months by this day. So what is one thing I can do today to do that? And understand that it takes work. Nothing's easy. There's no easy answer to anything worth doing in life. And I think that's why a lot of people don't do anything. They're expecting the easy card. They're expecting perfection to get started. And that's never, ever, ever going to happen. You have to take that step. You have to take that one thing that you can do to build on it. And if that one thing is something you need to do every day for the next 3, 4, 5 months, then do that one thing until you're disciplined enough to where it becomes routine, like brushing your teeth. And then once that becomes routine, then what's one thing I can do after that to make my day better or to make my goals come true? And you also got to remember that, things happen for a reason, and sometimes you can't make things happen the way you want them to happen, but you can always pivot, learn, fail, get up, take the lesson, and grow with that. And know, well, maybe I need to just take a little swerve and just do something else, or do that one other thing that I need to do. But if you don't take action, if you don't get up and you don't do anything, it's never going to happen. If you keep dreaming it, you keep reading about it, you keep talking about it, but you're not putting anything to action, it's never going to happen, no matter what that is. And I say that because probably when I was younger, I used to be that way. I was waiting for the perfect time to do something, or thinking that it was just going to fall in my lap. And I realized the older I got that that's not going to happen. There's not going to be anybody to come save you. There might be people that help mentor you if you're the right person, but you still got to take that action, and you still got to do the things that you need to do to get to where you want to go. And you do that one step at a time, one thing at a time. So I encourage you, if you're wanting to do something, if you're wanting to do whatever it is you want to do, what is the one thing? Write it down, write your goals down, write down all the steps, write down all the steps that it takes to do that. Search it if you don't know. If you want to start a business, search it on Chat GPT and see what do I need to do? What are the steps for me to start this business? Okay, now you got the steps. What does it take from what is one step I can take to be closer to that business that I want to do? What is the one thing? What's the one step thing? What's the one step closer? One thing I can do to get closer to wanting to make videos every day or a podcast, for instance. For me, I put it off for a long time because I was going to think people are stupid or I didn't have nothing to talk about, and I realized I just don't care. I have a lot to talk about. I have a lot of things on my mind that I feel people can get out of the things that's happened in my life and the improvements. And not that I'm perfect. I work through things every day, learning things every day, and I will always work through things every day and learn every day. But why not share those lessons with people? Why not try to help people out the way that I can? That's what I want to do. Serve and help people. I want to run my real estate company. My goal is to get out of the day-to-day business. What am I doing that? One step at a time, one thing at a time, hiring the right people. That's where we're going next, right? Even though we've hired other people and it didn't work out, guess what? I'm still looking to hire that next person so it can help me get to my next step. I want to stay healthy. What do? I go to jiu-jitsu almost every day. And if not, I work out every day. It's one thing that I can do to make my day better. One thing I can do to make tomorrow better. One thing I can do to make my goals come true or my dreams come true that I'm working towards. And you also got to realize it takes time. Things don't happen overnight. There's no such thing as perfection. But if you don't move, if you don't take a risk, if you don't fail, you're never going to get there. So I encourage you to get out and figure out what's the one thing you can do today to make today better, to hit your goals or your dreams, and build on that one thing, because you want to do that one thing, then the next thing, and then that goes in the next thing, then the next thing, then and it's just an avalanche of good things once you start figuring out the one thing you can do to make your day better, to make your goals better, or to make your goals come true, your dreams come true. And something I truly believe that everybody needs to do, and quit worrying, like I said, quit worrying about perfection and worry about improvement and get started. Get out there, change the way you think, do the one thing, and realize that it's all on you. And without you, it's not going to happen. So if you know anybody needs to hear this, please share it. Please comment on my podcast on YouTube and on the Apple and Spotify and all that. Please let me know what you think. Please let me know if there's anything you'd like me to share or talk about that maybe you're going through. I'll do my best to see if it's something that I can help with. And, I appreciate y'all listening, and y'all have a good rest of y'all's week, and we'll talk to y'all later.